Okay, first of all, I wanted to start off by introducing myself. My name is Mackenzie Phipps. I am 19 years old. I live in Texas. I am a Christian. And this video was extremely random, but that's okay. It's clearly I don't have like the greatest setup or anything, but I mean, God totally put something random on my heart tonight, and I just felt like this is the time. Now is the time to share. And this is extremely weird just talking to my computer. But guess what? It's for a good reason. So, I've recently watched some videos on Facebook of two different stories of little kids. They're around 14 and 15, I think. But they have extremely moving stories. And both have diseases and they're sick, and yet they're still so positive. And it's anything that they're going through is nothing that I could ever even imagine going through or comprehend how they're dealing with it or their family deals with it. What these kids are dealing with and what they go through every single day, they don't let it determine their happiness. They don't let it get them down. Yeah, they might get sad every now and then, but they look forward to what God has planned for them, and they love themselves. Even through the terrible struggles, they still go on loving life, and they still go on with a brave face on, and they're soldiers. They're so brave, and they're so strong, and they're nothing that I can even comprehend being compared to, because they're so much stronger than I am. And even watching their videos, I cried nearly the whole time, because it's just so moving to see a young kid be just so brave and not let what he's dealing with, not let what life has thrown his way affect his smile and affect his love for other people. Because I know when I struggle with something, sometimes I tend to take it out on people, and I let anger get to me, because sometimes I ask God, why is this happening to me, instead of asking God, what are you going to do with this? How are you going to strengthen me through this? The kids are so strong. Not even are they strong, they're determined, and they're excited for the future. And one of them referred to himself as just a special creation by God, and he doesn't hate the skin that he's in. He loves who God created him to be. And I know for myself, those are all things that I struggle with. I don't always love who God created me to be. I don't always look in the mirror and think, wow, you rock. Like, I don't always love myself. And another thing is, I don't always look forward to the future, because I'm just not always excited for it, because I don't know what it holds. But I do know that God is faithful, and we serve a God that in due time, when it is the most perfect time, everything according to his plan will happen. And everything does happen at a perfect time. And whatever you're dealing with or going through right now, and I'm even speaking to myself, because I need help in this department too. Whatever you're dealing with or going through right now, turn to God and talk to God about your struggles, because not only does he already know what you're going through, but he wants to hear you confess them to him. He wants you to want to be close with him. He wants you to just come to him with anything that you have on your mind, whether it be a happy story, a sad story, a worry, or anxiousness or fear. Turn to him. But relating back to struggling now, whatever you're going through, just ask God for peace through it all, because God is the ultimate peace giver. He already put peace in your heart. You just have to search for it and allow him to work through you. Everything that you need is already inside of your heart. God already placed it there, and it will all unfold at the perfect time. But with whatever you're struggling with right now, face it with strength. And I know that's not always easy, because I am not always the strongest person. I'm incredibly weak at times, but God gives me strength to deal with each storm that comes my way, and I would be absolutely nowhere without him. And I just think it's crazy that children that are suffering with diseases and just terrible things can make it through each day not only stronger than I can normally, but more excited for the future than I normally am. And that says a lot about me, and it says a lot about how much I have to work to becoming a better version of myself. And I think that a lot of us struggle with the storms that are in our lives, and we tend to pity ourselves. Don't get me wrong, do not think that your struggles don't matter, because they're not as bad as someone else. We all struggle, we all go through something, but through God, thankfully, He strengthens us through those times, and each storm that comes our way prepares us better for the next one and strengthens us more and gives us more to look forward to. And I don't know about you, but each time that a troubling time happens to me, I'm more appreciative of the better times in life, and I'm more appreciative of the blessings that God gives us. I have a quote here that says, "Keep your eyes straight ahead and don't focus on what is behind you." Whatever you're dealing with right now, look forward. Don't look back. Don't look back to your past of weaker times. Just look forward to God and know that He's going to strengthen you through this and that He's not going to let you down. I know this is a bunch of rambling, but in the grand scheme of things, just with whatever you're dealing with right now, trust that God has a plan for you and that this isn't happening on accident. Unfortunately, we do have to go through struggles in life, but I personally think it better prepares us for the wonderful future that He has ahead of us. So I'm sorry this was such a rambling video. And I know in the future I'll be making more YouTube videos and they won't be like a setup like this. But just, it was so random tonight, and I was so inspired by these kids that face such struggles and face things that I've never had to deal with and things that I can't even comprehend dealing with. But they take their struggles head on so much better than I would have. And it gives me so much encouragement and inspiration to face the struggles in my life tougher and stronger, and to get excited for the future that God has. Because I'm not always like that. I'm not perfect. I never will be. Jesus is the only one that's perfect. That's plain and simple. I'm never going to be perfect like He is. But I know I have something to look forward to in Jesus, and the future is exciting whenever you have God by your side. I just wanted to take the time and let whoever is watching this know. If only one person watches this and feels that God spoke to them through me, then my job's done. But I just wanted to say that whatever is going on, just have faith and have hope that God is going to bless you with a wonderful future. And just get closer to Him, because when you get closer to Him, you start understanding not only why you're going through things right now, but through God, I understand now why certain things happened to me in the past and why I felt that heartache and that pain and that struggle back then. It's totally prepared me for where I am now, and anything that I'm going to go through in the near future will prepare me for 5 years down the road. And I'm just so thankful that God is faithful, and these things don't happen on accident. They're for a reason, and His strength is all we need to get through it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. He wants to hear you lean on Him. That doesn't make any sense. He wants to hear you lean on Him. That makes no sense. I can't say. Okay, that didn't make any sense. If only one person watches this and what these kids are going through, they look it's happened. A young child. Can I just say I'm sorry of how much of a goober I look like right now? Sorry.